All right, welcome to the Blue Falcon Podcast. I'm Bobby Stegall. Thank you guys so much for listening to this. Today's May 15th, 2021. We've made it through another day in the turmoil of what is known as post-2020. And, some people are really down about life, or some people think the end is near. Well, let me tell you, there's more to life than social media, especially when you have people who are just so charismatic and they tease you a little bit. And without any further ado, I got to introduce the man, the myth, the legend, Big Tease, Teasley.
I'm glad to be here, Bobby.
Wow. Yeah, you keep going. Like, you have to see, he's a tease. That was your point where you're supposed to be like, you did earlier, like, you're like, yeah, like you were like, did the bicep thing. That's give the people what they want, man. Give the people what they want.
Give the people what they want, Bobby.
All right.
Give the people what they want.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to figure out where I can put my screen here to where I'm looking at you, but it's not like so awkward. Okay. Is that good? Does it look like I'm looking at you, or do I go this way? Yeah, that's better. All right, we're gonna bring up some different things here today. A lot of people aren't going to like this because we're going to be talking about them.
I'm all for talking about other people, Bobby.
We're going streaking. Let me go ahead and get the YouTube link sent to you. And, this is a little bit of a reunion, if you would, with Hugo and I. We saw a lot of each other, every part of each other, I think, in basic training. And so we're going to share some memories from...
It's very intimate.
Yeah, you don't have to celebrate. I was making a point. Okay, Frank? So we're also in the same unit at Fort Hood.
AIA.
Yeah, hot
right.
waffles. But yeah, let me get this YouTube link to you, and that we can share it on your Facebook. So everyone, be patient with us. Hugo, tell us what is the Big Tease, and we'll go from there. And I froze perfectly.
Well, the Big Tease started with the Army guys. I think either Ruiz started it, or maybe one of the guys from Basic. Ruiz went to Basic with us, but no, he was in a different platoon. But I think it started with Ruiz and those guys, or Tate, one of them. And then it just went from there. At first it was, I think it started off as Tennessee Tees, and then it went to the Big Tease. And then when I got to Fort Hood with you, it went to the Big Tease, and I kind of just rolled with it. And then now I brought it back up in my police work. So,
okay, all right. Well, start us off. What is it that wakes you up in the morning and you put on that tease attitude?
What motivates me to put on my tease attitude?
Yeah, tell us what it means to be a big tease.
It's just natural. It's just natural, Bobby.
You can't tell me. There's no way I can get this.
And I piss excellence,
The best there is.
I'm the best there is. I'm the best there ever was, and I'm probably the best there's going to be. I have many, many leather-bound books. People know me. People know me, Bob.
Do you know what diversity is?
I believe it's an old wooden ship used back in the Civil War era.
Ron, I highly doubt the network would care about an old wooden ship.
I don't care.
Okay. I'm emailing this to you now. Do you got access to your email?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead and share that on your Facebook. And I'm going to pull up I don't know where my other iPad is, but we'll do this. Pull up a Facebook page. What excites you the most about getting people together for this event / what you want to do with? What's the purpose of trying to reunite veterans and old friends? What's the purpose of that?
Well, I just want to. The main point I'm trying to do with the Greenleaf Games is it's in honor of my old apartment I used to have before I joined the Army. Whenever you came to our apartment, there was usually a party going on. We usually played drinking games. We just always had a lot of fun. We have lost some connections with some people, and with being in law enforcement and everything. And I'm just trying to get reconnected with my old friend groups. I've invited try to invite everybody I can think of. I have a bad memory, so I usually forget somebody and someone yells at me. But that's the main point of it. And I invited a lot of the Army guys, because I definitely love all those guys. Probably the best experience I ever had in my life was being in the Army. And I would definitely like to see all those guys again.
You're so cute.
I try my best, Bob.
Okay. I'm putting you on the spot, by the way. I'm seeing how long you can go on this podcast with just you in the frame. I'm waiting for you to get nervous. Does the Big Tease get nervous?
I don't get nervous, and right now I'm not really even looking at myself because I'm so computer illiterate. I copied the link you sent me, and I'm trying to figure out how to post it right now.
Well, that's not good. Hold on. So I got you, Bob. Okay, you figured it out? Okay. I mean, I would guess you figure this out. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. So click on the link.
Yep.
It opens up a browser.
I got
or something?
it.
Okay.
All right. I shared it.
Cool.
I'm back, Bob.
Oh,
you don't mind if I call you Bob instead of Bobby?
Hey, Bob, Slob, Rob, Knob, whatever, dude. It's whatever you got, Teasley.
You're probably like one of the only Army buddies I have that enjoy saying your first name instead of your last name.
Well, don't go around acting like you're saying it a lot, all right? You're kind of freaking some people out.
I do call you Bobby now, though.
I know, but that's not neither here nor there. That's between you and I. What happens in the bedroom? So, hold on. So this thing right here, this GoPro, if anybody wants to start doing live streams, is the bee's knees camera to have, because you can also attach it to your dog whenever he goes and poops in the neighborhood. You can see where he's pooping at and go clean it. But you have to have a laptop, otherwise, or a desktop, otherwise your laptop will freeze up. It's a little technical advice there. You mentioned the computer savviness.
Yeah, Bob. I might get me one of those. I have a dog.
You have to. Oh, a dog? Oh.
Yeah.
You're going to get a dog?
Might put him on it.
I'm thinking, here we go. Okay, so we're going to tag some people in here on your post. Where are you at?
Did you see it?
Well, I know I don't see a sock. I can tell you that right now. That's an old joke amongst friends. If you have to ask what that is, you can't afford it. Oh my gosh, you did a terrible job. Okay. Okay.
What was I supposed to do?
Here, I'll do it. Everybody wants to be on a podcast, but no one knows how to do it, right? Bam.
Listen, I'm the talent, Bobby.
You are the
okay?
talent. What made you so giddy in
I'm the
basic
talent.
training, bro? Like what was it that made you wake up and just piss that excellence and want to share it with everybody? Because I really am intrigued with how you get everybody in high spirits. Besides, the sock thing. But
Besides what? I don't know, man. I mean, that's just how I've always been. I've always just been like class clown. I mean, my whole life I've been a class clown. So, it's just who I am, Bob. I always got a good laugh out of people in basic, and I forget who's that one guy that is close to bunk mates with me. Someone with an F, like Ferguson or something. You know who I'm talking about? Guy with big, thick black glasses, bald head, older guy.
the 34-year-old?
Maybe he was. I don't know.
Don't ask me why I remember that. I just remember thinking like, damn, I thought I was the oldest one here at 24. He's like, no, man, I got 3 kids and a wife back home. I was like, okay. That one?
I think he had. I don't know. He was a real skinny guy. You think?
I mean, how did you? Was he in his 30s? Like how? Okay, just tell the story. Talent my ass.
I don't know. I just always messed with him, and I thought that was always the biggest laugh I would used to get. Is messing with him and Michael Garcia.
Oh, what do you mean? You remember?
You remember him?
Golter.
Golter, yeah. Me and Golter. I miss that guy. I don't even know what happened to him. I don't think he gets on social media a lot.
I don't think he's one. Yeah, we should find him though. That'd be great if we could find him.
Yeah, I like Golter.
He had a hard time. So tell the story about Golter. We're all over here telling like stories where he had to be there. So tell people.
Golter. I'll tell a funny story about Golter. This one we got to Fort Hood together. Golter, he was on. He met this girl at Starlight.
Starbright. You never should ever go there place. It's a dance hall.
Yeah, we met this girl at Starlight, and he hit me up, and he was like, "Hey, man," he was like, I met this girl. She's really awesome, but it's going a little too fast. She wants me to meet her parents and everything, and her grandma. He's like, "Can you please come with me, man?" It was like one of the most awkward situations.
You to go meet
because yeah, listen. All my friends put me in a lot of awkward situations. So I go with him to meet this grandma, and for one, none of them like us because she had just gotten a divorce, and they still liked the old guy, like her other husband, her I guess divorced husband,
other husband,
whatever.
Yeah.
They still liked him, so they hated us, and it was so awkward. There was tension, like her brother was there, and there was tension, and he kept kind of like hating on Golter and everything. It was, man. Then there was a bunch of stories of Golter. Yeah, man, I had to sit there and entertain the grandma.
Oh,
and Golter is a shy guy, so his girl, we left there, and we left with her brother and her and like I think her grandma, and we went to a karaoke bar, and Golter was like, "Man, please," he's like, "I don't want to get up there." I had to go up there and sing with the girl that he was with or whatever. I embarrassed myself, but I definitely came in the clutch for Golter.
Dude, if he doesn't owe you like the biggest IOU ever, I mean, I feel like you should be able to call him to bury somebody, like that is beyond.
I agree.
Have I put you in a position like that before? I don't think I have.
Bobby, you put me in several positions. Not in like a weird way or nothing, but
just in the best way. All right. Thank you. I appreciate that, dude. See, I knew I'd want you on the podcast.
No, embarrassing stuff with Bobby. What have you put me through?
And while you do that, will you send me that list of people we made to tag in this?
I sent you a message already.
On Facebook or
Facebook.
Facebook. Yeah, okay, cool. Thank you. Tell me, Teasley, what awkward positions have I put you in?
What awkward positions have you put me in? I mean, there's probably a million that happened at Starlight.
Dance club, by the way.
That I can't even think of, really. Yeah, because Starlight, man, mostly everything that happened at Starlight is gone. It is all fuzzy and black to me. I remember the first time, now you think about it, I remember one time at Starlight, I was with you. I came there with you, and you abandoned me, I'm pretty sure. I came there with you, I think Losher, a couple other guys, Burrows and them, and we went, I had a signature dance move.
Show the people.
And no, I don't want to show the people.
That's not very teasing of you.
You show the people. How about you show the people my signature dance move? Do you remember it?
No, I don't at all. Oddly enough, to Hugo, I wasn't actually going to Starlight to see you dance.
No, well, it's kind of looks like rolling dice if you want to put that in a little bit of perspective. But
what do you mean? I don't know what that means.
Look, do the rolling dice. Do the rolling dice dance move. Well, never mind. I'm not gonna do my dance move. It wasn't rolling dice, but I'm not gonna do it on your podcast. That's gotcha journalism.
I thought you were trying to embarrass me.
Well, no, I'm embarrassing myself now. Yeah. But back to that story, I came there with y'all, and y'all disappeared or something. And I was on the dance floor doing my move, and it's very controversial move and antagonizing. And it goes like, okay, it's like I'm rolling dice, and I'm going like that. You understand what I'm saying?
No idea. I never rolled dice like that.
Well, that's because it looks like something else, Bobby.
Well, then that's not rolling dice. That's very deceptive.
Exactly. I'm not. It's
so if you ask me to come over for like rolling
dice.
How do I know it's actually going to be a cookout? You just want me to touch your hot dog, is what I feel like right now.
I'm not Epstein, Bobby. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm not younger than 18, so you're good. Okay, tell the story.
No.
Tell the story.
I'm trying to tell a story, Bobby. No, but I get there and I do my dance move, and right. I look like a jerk or a jackass. Not a jerk, but a jackass. And this guy comes up to me. I'm very intoxicated at the time. And this guy comes up to me, and then in my mind, he does this dance move to me, like challenging me to a dance off. So I'm like, nah, man, no one challenges me to a dance off. So okay. I do my dance move. I
Is this like American Wedding, where Stifler is like, everyone wants to, me? Is it the gay bar?
No.
Any
nothing
dances?
like that. No. Okay. No, it's just
okay.
So I do my dance move. So my dance move is kind of like this, and then I'm releasing. So it's insinuated that it means something else besides rolling dice.
I still don't. Why don't you just say it?
But anyway,
feeding the birds.
Yeah, feeding the birds. Let's say that. And so that guy, I do that move, and then I turn around. I say, "Man, dance offs, are lame," and then I walk off all cool, taking the upper ground, and I turn around to look back after defeating him on his dance off, and he punches me in the face.
Wait,
and I'm
what?
Like, whoa. Yeah. I'm like, whoa, what happened? I got punched in the face. All of a sudden, I don't think you were there, Bobby.
No, I don't remember this at all.
You were probably gone. You were probably already gone at that point. But Burroughs and Lothran and all them came, and we almost had a fight with the guy, and then I think we all got kicked out, which wasn't a surprise. I mean, we all got kicked out of Starlight quite frequently, so
it wasn't ever a ban, and then they had to have us there. No,
you just got kicked out for like the night, but
hey guys, tonight you took it just a little bit too far. I know you set half the bar on fire, but we told you last time I can't be doing that. Help me remember one other person, or at least one other person. I know we're going to be missing a lot of people on here, and hopefully everyone will start tagging other people who we didn't list. 3 or 4 of them I couldn't even find. I guess I'm not friends with them on Facebook. But who is Nepal? Who's from Nepal? The math teacher from Nepal.
Too long.
Thank you. Too long. Yeah.
You forgot too long, little too long.
I forgot too long for way too long. It's not letting me tag. Oh, there it is. Found him. There it is. So I gave him a ride to Fort Hood, because we were all stationed there together. And his apartment was like on the way from where I lived in Oklahoma. I remember picking him up and just seeing his little, he's just a little dude, man. He's like 5'2", maybe, carrying all of his army gear. I just like coming down the stairs, like, oh my gosh, this guy is so awesome. Bless his heart. And he does have like probably the biggest heart.
My volume is cutting out, Bob.
From me or you?
You there?
Yeah, Mira, can you hear me?
I got you now. All right, yeah. Sorry, my stuff messed up. You have something about too long with his little gear. His last.
Oh yeah, he just comes, down the steps and this apartment complex, and I was like, look at this little guy. He's so cute. He's just a little army guy, little green stuff. 2 big green army bags were bigger than he was. Anyway, I thought it was
I
funny.
remember my favorite memory of Too Long is
I already know what you're gonna say.
I have a lot, because that was actually my battle buddy through basic. Was Too Long, if you can imagine.
Well, you guys are the 2 shortest people.
But I don't know. Pena was shorter than me. Do you remember?
Yeah,
Pena?
no, I just love that you knew that.
Yeah, there was a lot. I was the shortest. Let's get it straight.
Oh, okay.
I remember with Too Long. I remember that one time, and everyone from Basic remembers this. I think every platoon remembered this with Too Long. We were doing something when it comes, and we're getting smoked, and it all depended on how long Too Long at some point could hold a sandbag over his head or something. You remember what I'm talking about? We're getting smoked.
Sorry.
And at some point, Too Long was like, we kept having to start over because Too Long had to hold the sandbag over his head for a certain amount of time, and everyone was yelling at Too Long, "Come on, Too Long!" like cussing him and this and that. And Too Long barely spoke any English.
And to be fair,
so
the damn sandbag.
Yeah, he's sitting there like this, like, I fucking trying.
And he was. Yeah, the people who were complaining are like twice his size. He's like, oh, fucking try. Like, you see this thing? Like, it's literally as big as I am.
Yeah. And then there was a time dude, he after we graduated, Too Long grabbed me and he's like, hey man, he's like, Teasley, we must thank Drill Sergeant for training. And I was like,
oh, thank Drill Sergeant.
I was scared of the drill. Yeah, I was scared of the Drill Sergeant. So I was like, I don't know. He's like, no, we have to. So we go over there and we go to all the drill sergeants. The last one we saw was Drill Sergeant Campbell. And he goes, Drill Sergeant. He's like, thank you for training. And Campbell was hilarious in how he responded. He's like, no problem, guy, but just 2 words for your Army career. He's like, Rosetta Stone.
Like, you had been thinking about that for months now, right?
Yeah, he's like, 2 words, guy, Rosetta Stone.
What Too Long do?
He's like, oh, you know Too Long. He's like, oh, thank you, Drill Sergeant.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
He ended up at Hood too. I don't know if you remember,
dude. Yeah, okay. I guess my audio cut out. That's what I was saying. Like, I picked him up for Fort Hood, like to go to Fort Hood for the first time. Like, we went I guess checked in or whatever you want to call it, and processed together. But his apartment complex was actually en route to Fort Hood from my place in Oklahoma. And so he texted me. He says, hey, you live in Oklahoma, right? I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, do you mind picking me up? I was like, what? Like, what do you pick you up? On the way to Fort Hood. Sure. What if I don't?
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to get there? Like, what's your backup plan? Did you think this through? Like, tomorrow is the day we sign in.
Do you remember that no one realized when we had to sign in? Like, a bunch of people showed up late.
Yeah, I do remember that, and a bunch of other.
'Cause that was me and Burroughs.
Stuff. Yep, y'all were pushing the limits of.
Me and Burroughs wrote.
It was sad to see, like, before we even got to our first duty station, you guys were already making the infantry look stupid.
Listen, man, we just like to party, man. That's it.
I'm here to party. Okay. I'm trying to see if this.
You know when you were at headquarters, your favorite.
Oh, okay, hold on. First off, no one's gonna know what headquarters are. Believe it or not, most of the people who listen to this aren't in the military. So, explain what headquarters are.
What are you doing, man? I mean, you explain what headquarters are. I don't even really know what y'all
I don't have
did.
to. I'm an expert shot.
I know. To see your face every day, man. Bobby made the worst decision that you can do when you first get to your unit. They asked one question. They said, "Who here is good with computers?" Nobody raised their hand, but Bobby.
No, hold on. No, I was wearing glasses.
I got this degree from Oklahoma State.
I was wearing glasses, and First Sergeant Rank walks in and says, "What about you?" And pointed at me. I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "Roger that, First Sergeant." I think he already looked at my. I'm sure he did look at our ERBs and saw that I had 100-something hours of engineering, and so I was like, "Yeah, mechanical engineering, pretty good with computers." And, I thought he was just like asking a fucking top secret mission, only smart people could go on. I didn't know he was asking for who wanted to be the clerk of the unit. I even got one better for you than that. Hold on, let me ask Shelly how the sound is on this. I need somebody to watch the live streams because I can't... There's a lot of stuff going on at one time here. Let's see if the chat's in here. Hey, Kimberly. Cool. So, we show up Fort Hood. Brave Waffles. Or Hot Waffles. The Brave Rifles. Brave Rifles, that's what it was.
That's what it was.
We show up to the unit and no one's there. Because they're all in Iraq.
Yeah.
So we had probably, 400 fresh boots out of basic.
Yeah, because they were redoing the whole unit.
Turning it from a tanker unit, which are, M1 Abrams and all these other cool stuff, to a striker unit, which is a brand new idea, I guess, or a new vehicle at least. And it was a beautiful shit show is how I guess I would call it. Because you have people in Iraq, in the unit, and then we're also attached to the unit. And the only people who were watching over us were the people who were... Oh, great, I froze. Were the people who were either broken or got injured during their tour in Iraq. Which they're not in a good mood, right? Because they're not there for the fight.
Yeah.
Or it was, the admin people who, naturally their job is to stay back during deployments. In my head, I was thinking, go to your unit, be the hot shit, volunteer, hit the ground running, right? But we were in a situation I didn't realize until real late of having a lot of extra dumb duties. Every duty's important. But a lot of stuff that no one wants to do. There wasn't any cool guy put on some night vision goggles and jump out of a helicopter training. It was, hey, we got to go clean this guy's house, or hey, that yard over there hasn't been mowed since they've been deployed, and there's been a bear crapping in it the whole time. It's like crazy weird things. Like, okay, this is what I'm doing, and I was trying to get ahead. Naturally, I'm 24, I guess 25 at that point, and I had a moment that I thought I was going to be on an awesome envoy to Iraq or Afghanistan. Just a first, one-way ticket right out the gate. I volunteered for a special duty assignment after, I can't even remember what his name was. He was an E7. He said, hey, how many people around here got a shot expert? There's like probably 40 or 50 of us at that point. And I was like, oh yeah, I did. Okay. And there was 3 other people, and it said, okay, who else here has y'all have a GT score over 110? And then it was just me. And so I was like, okay. Sweet. So what's the special duty assignment? Well, wouldn't you know, me and I meet up with these other 3 guys who were from 3rd Cav, and we go to the Command Sergeant Major's office at 3rd Cav, and we're sitting outside, waiting, kind of looking at each other like, oh man, like how cool is this going to be, right? Like we just got here, are in the Command Sergeant Major's office, not in trouble, so that's pretty good, right? We're doing good. He asked us, as soon as he steps out, of course we go pray to rest, and he says, knock out that door, or pretend like you're going to knock out that door and take the room. Line up right now, go. And we're, all 4 of us, and so, your position. I was the number 4 guy, and so immediately, I turn around, watching R6. And, we went in, and he's like, okay, you guys are pretty tactically trained. All right, cool. We're getting word from 3 Corps. We need 4 high-speed soldiers for a special mission, or a special, assignment. And I was kind of like, in my own head right now, I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be, this is what I signed up for, right? Like, everything's coming true right in front of me. I mean, I didn't expect to, be pretending like breaking in doors there. Like, I feel pretty cool. Like, I passed the test. All right, what else? Will Smith on Men in Black. Like, I got it. Let's do this. 3 Corps tells us where to report the next day. It's pretty confusing being told to show up at the 3 Corps office building in uniform and expect to be there all day. But exciting. Well, I show up and the first person you meet is the security guard. You have to check your ID. He's like, "Oh, you guys must be our replacements." I was like, "No, I'm here for a special duty assignment." He's like, Stegall, right? I was like, "Yep." Put it on my name. And long story short,
staff duty.
I went back and told that E7 what the special duty assignment was, and he got me out of that job. He was pissed. He's like, "You guys had to send one of our best soldiers up there to sit at a damn desk and check IDs? Are you out of your mind?"
Yeah, dude, you got the green weenie a lot at Fort Hood.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna say my Army career, it's like I had a fetish for it.
Yeah, you like I said, what was funny about you is like when you raised your hand for that thing, like you had no idea, or I guess they asked you, whatever Sergeant Rink did, or First Sergeant Rink, and it was so funny because to see you after that, whenever like they would be doing all this computer stuff, you would just be like there, like you'd be so pissed off, and you'd be like, I shot expert in basic training.
The computer, like, I shot expert. 275 PT score. Oh no, that Excel file, I got it. But why would I not shoot expert?
But you did.
No, the word, yeah. No, I'll email that to you. I just shot expert, so you know. That too.
The funny thing about it though was, if you were like a different type of soldier, it would have been that would have been heaven. I mean.
Oh, dude, it would have been so cush.
If you didn't actually want to do something.
Wait, you saying I didn't do anything?
Well, at Fort Hood, none of us did. For the most part, I didn't do anything.
Well, that's not true on my end. So.
Yeah, I know you left.
Yeah, I was sitting there thinking, how can I get out of this desk job? And then I got an email, "Do you want to, volunteer for EOD?" And I was like, "What's EOD?" So I looked at the, thing, went to one of their seminars, and it said, "You can leave here today." Well, not today, but soon, if you agree to defuse bombs that may or may not have been designed to kill you. And I said, "Where's the paper to sign?" Just go ahead and sign me up for that right now. Actually, don't even give me the training. Yeah. I'll just go defuse them. I'd rather just shoot myself or blow up from now. So no, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, man, I remember you were like desperate to get out of that desk job, and like everyone else was like, "Man, I wish I was Stegall right now. He's sitting in his room, watching movies, typing on the computer all day."
To be fair, First Sergeant Rink hooked me up. He was actually looking out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know that. Yeah, I didn't know that at the time.
That's what I said. Yeah, because you wanted to be out there with the rest of us, embracing the suck, and it was just out of your hands. I mean, you had a good gig because
he was teaching me how to be a good NCO.
Yeah.
So I knew how the unit works. So I knew how to do all the paperwork. So I know how to write awards. So I know how to do. What do you call it? Your enlisted record brief, yeah. NCOERs. The amount of time it takes someone to learn how to do an NCOER, that should be taught in basic training. I mean, it takes a while for people to get a grasp on like how. That's not something you just like do tomorrow. Like you should have already been working on it. It's not an assignment you do at the last minute. And when you do, you end up, screwing over the soldiers who you were supposed to be in charge of, commending or not commending. So, anyway.
Yeah, you got screwed, but it was not screwed. He was trying to set you up, and I mean, to be honest, man, I know a lot of people are like, man, I wish I was in my room right now. I mean, that's why when we all shammed, we went. Usually, we were next door to you when we shammed in J.R. Smith's room.
And what was I doing, though?
You were typing. You were on your computer while we were shamming playing Madden.
You're like, hey, why don't you come over here and play around? I'm like, oh, come on, Bobby. You know, you get to sit at home all day, every day. I shot expert.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too funny.
But you know what, man? At least you like, because I don't know if you remember how bad it sucked whenever we did our I can't remember what the military name for it was, but it's like our evaluations.
Oh,
yeah. You know, when we it first started off as like individual, you'd go to the range, see what you shot, then you'd go, then it'd be team level, and you do like a bunch of bounding and stuff, and then it'd be squad level, then it'd be platoon level, then troop level. Dude, I hated that time period because I remember it was always during winter, and I hate the cold so bad. I tell people this day, whenever I because I was struggling at first to find a job in law enforcement, and I was considering going back, but then winter would come around. Yeah, I considered it hardcore, bro.
Man, how bad was the economy?
It was Obama. but when I thought about going back in, but winter would come around, man, and I was like, I do not miss sleeping in the cold. And all the guys
standing around
that. Sleeping is what I hated. I mean, I remember it snowed real bad. Yeah, I remember it snowed horrible one time, and we had to be out there the whole week. And there was ice on the striker and everything. And you're not supposed to build a fire on the range, but the lieutenant was like, it's too freaking cold. Y'all build that fire. And I was just sitting there. At that point, I was 6 months out from getting out of the military. And I was just remember sitting there, and they were dying laughing. I was like, I'm getting out in 6 months. 6 months. And I'm out here sleeping in the field in the freaking snow.
Oh,
I hated it. I hated it. But that, those evaluations during winter were the most miserable experience,
That was okay, so that's in Fort Hood, Texas. So that's center Texas. That cold down there is a different kind of cold. It's not, Colorado cold.
It is.
It's like I'm going to
I think it's because it's so flat,
Is that why it's
with
cold?
The wind?
Because it's flat? Really? Did you just say that?
Dude, when the wind kicks up over there,
you're right.
It is something freaking else, man. 40 degrees there is I would say in Tennessee is feels like 20 degrees. It cuts through miserable.
It cuts through you.
Yes.
It's it's cold outside.
Yes,
then you hit a breeze and you're like, oh, my bones feel it now. My bone marrow is frozen. This is bad.
Yes. I hated it. Hated it, Bobby.
Well, I shot expert, so I don't know what else to tell you.
You did shoot expert, man. I was proud of you.
Well,
I'm proud of you. I said, there goes Bobby, shooting expert.
To be fair to First Sergeant Rink, also, who's Command Sergeant Major now, he set up he was setting me up for success on several different levels. But our unit was congratulated by, if it wasn't 3 Corps, it was the whatever would be in front of that. It was a general though, because the new DTMS system, which might as well be some other weird acronym, but it's how do I put this? If you have a logistics company, you have things you're shipping and information that needs to be stored on computers. It's a CRM. Yeah, so we set up the first, CRM for not the first CRM for the military. Our unit got the highest distinction afforded, and that was because I was in the room typing everyone's crap in it. So he got commended.
You're the man, Bobby.
I got my fingers hurt, and I was like, I'm going to go defuse bombs. I'm out.
I don't blame you.
No. Well, then I didn't deploy either. But that was okay, because Bryson and I talked about that.
Neither did I.
But you're a police officer now, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And
yeah. Because when we, because I know a lot of us, man. There was a lot of us, a lot of good soldiers too. That toward the end of our contract, a deployment finally came up, and I think we all wanted to go, but it was like no guarantee that we would actually go. And honestly, I think a lot of us didn't believe that they would go. And those guys that stayed got the last laugh. But
what do you mean?
Yeah, man. Because I remember, because that's like when we got out in like 2014. That's when Obama was like making like a bunch of cuts to the military,
Right.
And like Third CR had just become like deployment ready, and was supposed to be getting a deployment, but it was like really and truly unsure. And I remember like I talked to one of the people, and they were like, trying to talk to you into re-enlisting or whatever. I forget what those people are called now. I know it's not like a recruiter.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
Re-enlistment. Yeah, re-enlistment people. We'll call them re-enlistment people.
And they're like, yeah, we can. If you re-enlist, you can go to here, wherever you want to go. And then it was, we're like, well, if you want to extend, because I remember I talked to my platoon sergeant, and I was like, if we extend, is there a guarantee? We're going to go on a deployment. And he was like, well, some people have to stay in the rear because we need people for that. I was like, no.
We already played in the rear, man. We've been there.
Yeah. Did that for 3 years. Don't want, if there's a chance of that, So I made up my mind then, and I had a family. I had, my little girl was just born. And at first I really regretted it. Because you make such a good bond, and I'll forever love all the guys in Dragon, Troop, and Red Platoon in particular. But I think, and they were all cool with me getting out too. But
even if they weren't, who cares? Who cares?
Well, yeah, I know, but I love those dudes, and when I got out, I'm glad. In the end, I'm glad I got out when I did, because that's when my daughter was diagnosed with autism and everything, and so I really needed to be home for that time period. So it's a hindsight thing,
Yes. And I was definitely going to ask you to bring that up, and I'm not trying to be rude. I'm trying to find pictures of you and me that I had taken. One of them is of your face.
In the window?
Yeah. To the wall. Let's see here.
Oh, hey, hold on 1 second, Bobby. I'll be right back.
Okay, bud. Where would this be? In other entertainment news, I guess I can go ahead and we'll play some media here for us. Let's see what we got. Oh, what do you guys think about the intro? Play that again real fast, just to kill 30 seconds. And thank you again, Kyle, for making the logo, and thank you, Will, for making it, I guess, come to life. Like, it's awesome. All right, we're back with Hugo Teasley, the man, the myth, the legend. I can have the background music going on.
The
with that.
myth. I saw on the Facebook portion on this, my old FTO gave me a shout out there, so I want to give him a shout out. Jonathan Beverly, you're the man.
Jonathan, what's up?
He called me the Juice, Bobby.
Everywhere you go, I feel like you had a.
You know why they called me? I've got a ton of nicknames. It's the Juice, the Big Tease, Tennessee Tease, Hurricane Hugo, Dr. Love.
Dr. Love. Okay. Okay. I don't know about that. I call you.
Dude,
what was that one name? Probably call you Haynes, like Haynes socks.
Legend. You never call me Haynes. No, don't talk about the socks. That's an embarrassing story.
Is it though?
Yeah, an embarrassing story, man.
It's a basic training motivational story. I would like you to
I did anything for a laugh back in the day. Well, this is what happened.
Literally.
This is what I remember.
Anything.
This is what I remember what happened. I'm sitting I'm going to the bathroom in basic. I come back to my bunk and there I see Stiegel and Lipscomb in a compromised position with nothing but socks on.
No, I wasn't there. I was nodding my head until oh, wait a minute. Something doesn't sound right.
You agreed, Bobby.
I did. I totally fell for that one. Yeah. Okay.
Bob's like, yep.
That was
what
me.
happened.
Definitely me. All right, here's a classic. That'll pull up for us. Dude, I really hate you right now. I really wish I could find that other picture of you, but I can't.
Which one? The one with my head in your window, or?
Yeah, I mean that's a classic.
That is a classic.
I also have a. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, I'll let you talk. Go ahead.
No, you go.
You go, Hugo. So I have a friend who's.
That's what they used to say.
I have a friend who's in basic training right now. It was actually my high school teacher's. It's his son, and he is going to basic training where we went over there at Fort Benning, Georgia. So he wrote me two letters so far. They're just one little pagers, and I wanted to read them to you to see what you thought about them and see if it brings back any memories.
It's probably I hate my life. Get me out of here.
How'd you know? Did I already read these to you? No, it's not that. But here's a classic.
That first night.
The first night.
The first night you hear people crying in their bunks. You know.
In their butt.
You hear a lot of sniffling going on.
You do, don't you? I forgot all about that. You're right. You're totally right.
You remember?
Oh my gosh!
The joke they played on us, and that, like, dude, you saw some grown man cry hardcore doing this joke. They're like smoking us, and it was like relentless. We're like 3 o'clock in the morning. We have to get up at very soon, and I just remember getting smoked. And then, like, they're like, all right, y'all don't have no heart. Y'all don't want to. I can tell a lot of people don't want to be here. Everybody close their eyes. Close their eyes. Everybody closes their eyes and said, if you want to, he said, I promise, if you want to switch MOSs, if you want to leave.
There's like 150
just
kids.
Just raise your hand.
Yeah, there's 150 kids here we're talking about.
Just raise your hand. Just raise your hand. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up.
Let us know.
And he's like, there's no shame. Nobody will know. You'll grab your stuff,
honest.
Quietly leave. I'll grab you. Yeah, just be honest. And then people actually raised their hand. People actually raised their hand.
And to me, I was like, this is definitely a setup. Are you out of your fucking mind? Even if I did want to leave, I would not raise my hand right now. Like, this is. Have you ever been in like a situation where you're watching a movie about the mafia and you're like, oh, how did they not see that coming? My boss is setting them up for real. Like, hey, and you guys who don't want me to be in charge anymore, just go ahead and let me know, and we'll talk about.
and like as soon as they raised their hand, he shouted. He was like, "Everybody, open your eyes! Open your eyes!" You saw some hands go down real quick.
You know that those guys are like,
crying hardcore. And then he made a big speech. These are the people that are going to quit on you. These are the people. Yeah, they're going to get you killed. They don't have what it takes.
Look at them. Look at them. And I was like, oh my gosh. This escalated quickly.
Yeah, it was, and people were crying like hardcore, man.
I haven't laughed that hard in I don't know how long. Oh man. And don't forget the reaction afterwards. Like, how awkward was it for them for the next?
Oh man,
I don't know ever. I don't think any of those guys made it.
That was the beginning,
day one, bro, or day two.
That was
it was day two.
Yeah.
I think, because you still had some of those people that had hope. Like, maybe I don't have to be here. Is there a way to get out of here? Oh yeah,
yeah.
Just raise your hand. I'll get you out right now. There's no reason for you to be here if you don't want to be here. And I'll pack your stuff up for you. And that's something else. Like, you think this guy's going to pack up your stuff for you? Really? You think he's going to carry your bags to the bus to send you back home?
Oh, man. Yeah. Like the most,
that's funny.
I'd say probably like the most defeating, like you just feel completely defeated. It's like you'd be out in the field doing all kinds of bull crap, them smoking you all day. And then the most defeating moment for me was when, like, we've been out all day, and we come back, and I guess somebody left a locker unsecured.
Oh, no.
And they decided a hurricane came through the bay.
Hey, in case you guys didn't know this, but while y'all were gone today, there was a hurricane that went through our barracks. And, well, yeah. There was no hurricane. Water
and sand everywhere, and we had to clean it up before we could go to bed. And it was already late, dude. That was like the most defeating moment, man. I was like,
that was the most defeating moment. I have so many more than
you do. To me, that was. But you know what lifted my spirits was Lipscomb. No, Lipscomb, man. Lipscomb did one moment, man, that I think gave everybody in that basic training like motivation, because Lipscomb, he was such a smart ass.
Oh, he was top dog. I'm here. I'm better than you, and I know it. And I'm also more handsome than you. So there's that too.
Yeah, he wasn't scared of anything, man.
No, he's awesome. And, brave as hell. I thought he was going to be like. I'm sure that he has so many things he's going to accomplish in his life. The badass that he was in his mind, he's going to look back and be like, "Yeah, I was a badass." Like, he's destined for greatness. So go ahead.
Yeah. No, but when they were smoking us again, then they were fucking with us, having us do our creeds. And they were like, the Soldier's Creed. Everyone knew the Soldier's Creed. We all said it. And then
you never knew the Soldier's Creed.
They said the Infantryman's Creed, and then everybody said the Infantryman's Creed. Some people didn't know it, some people did. And then to be smartasses, the drill sergeants were like, the drill sergeant's creed, knowing very damn well we don't know that. Excuse me, we don't know that. And he goes. Everyone without a beat says, "I am a drill sergeant," because that's how every creed starts. And no one knew what to say anything next. No one knew what to say anything next. And without a beat, so we all say, "I'm a drill sergeant." It gets quiet, and Lipscomb shouts at the top of his lungs, "And I'm a dick." And we got the crap smoked out of us, but it was the best smoking ever.
Was it?
Yeah. That's like when everything started to turn around for me. Like, you started to get that military mindset where it's like, it was almost funny to get smoked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No matter, as long as it was like something funny, you know?
Well, that's going to be like,
I got smoked
after week 3 is when it starts to become fun. But before that, it's not.
You get that mindset, yeah. And it's just, you know, it's just funny, like, to be in that mindset where, like, you're literally getting punished, but you're laughing because I guess they've, you know what I mean? I can't.
No, you're right.
I don't really know how to describe it.
You're right.
And that carried over to Fort Hood, and you know, definitely in Red Platoon, we had a lot of that. You know,
I was jealous of that being behind the computer, you know, not shooting expert. I was jealous of y'all's camaraderie, honestly.
Oh, dude, Red Platoon, man, we those guys. It was such a tight bond, and whenever we went, like, we did everything together. We went to College Station, San Antonio, Austin a lot, and it was just us acting a fool. We're lucky, you know. In retrospect, man, we probably shouldn't been going as crazy as we were, but I got to say that now.
Quickly.
But dude, we just did everything together, man, and it was really tight. Like, we literally go to Austin with like 30, 40 people from the troop, you know.
And it was because you worked our ass off, or, you know, we're in the field for an extended period of time, and so that was the goal. Like, after all this, getting cold.
Yeah, let's go to Austin.
Cold. We're gonna go celebrate, right?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Well, I got two people here celebrating in this picture.
Man.
Sorry, cut you off. I've been working on this for like the past 10 minutes while we've been talking. So this is a picture of me, Tate, and Rosie Rosin.
Some solid guys right there. Big Tate, Rawson. Rawson, the best team leader I ever had. Yeah, dude. Rawson come to visit me not too long ago.
He's come to visit me 0 times, but about 100 times he said he's going to come hang out with me. So we'll see if that ever happens. But I miss that guy. He's a great guy. Did we tag
great guy,
Watkins?
Man. He's a great dude.
In this? Yeah.
Watkins, I miss Watkins a lot, dude. He's a solid guy too. No, Tate, man. Tate was one of my close friends too when I was in, because we were the first people in Red Platoon. Me, him, JR, Ruiz were like the first infantry guys in Red Platoon.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Sergeant Davidson came in. And,
man,
that was
Ranger Davidson,
dude. He was like all our heroes. I mean, I don't think every guy that was infantry, because we had a lot of tankers and Cav Scouts then.
Right.
All the infantry guys were like, screw everyone else. This is our platoon sergeant, you know, like, this is our savior, right?
There was no infantry person there at that point in time that was over E4.
No, he was the first. Sergeant Davidson was the first NCO, infantry NCO, to come in. And, man, he was like our hero, man. I mean, you're an infantry guy and you meet an actual ranger. You know what I mean? Someone that's actually did it, you know?
It was the belle of the ball, and it was kind of cute looking at us. I mean, I bet he probably went home feeling like he just got, asked on a date every single, waking minute of every day, because we all wanted to know more about him. Tell me about you. Like, how awesome is it? Give me some advice. So if I wanted to hang out with you, like, where do you go? Like, what's your favorite beer? If I was to run into you,
and he was just.
Go ahead.
Just a monster athlete, man. Just a monster athlete. Like, I've never met somebody more athletic than him. Picture
a ranger, and that's him.
Yeah. And, dude, he loved to fuck with me, man. He loved to mess with me. There's used to be this little thing he used to do, and he'll love this. If you tag him in this, he'll love this. He used to make me he he would just randomly shout, "Teasley, I'm a little teapot," and I had to stand there with one leg up like this. It was my spout, and I'd have to sing, "I'm a little teapot." Then he would make me qualify all the time.
Yep.
He was a good leader, man. And I got a lot of the guys moved out of his squad, and I was lucky enough to stay in his squad for a good amount of time up until him leaving.
You guys would ask me every single day, "So, Bobby, what's the next changes?" Because I was in charge of, putting the new changes on the computer, because I saw an expert. And I gotta say, it was like being asked, "Hey, is there any way Davidson you can put him next to me when we sit down at the cafeteria? Is he sitting down? Who's he sitting down next to?" I mean, he was loved by everybody. He's a true leader, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah.
He was a true leader.
Oh yeah, and that's when I really learned, in the Army, the people that are more laid back are the people that have done the most. In all honesty,
no, I disagree with that
because
statement.
if you remember Davidson, I mean, he was more like, don't get me wrong, when it comes to actual training, he was super hardcore,
right?
But when it comes to the regular Army bull crap,
well, it's regular work stuff,
hardcore about it.
He's like, "Hey guys, sweep this." It wasn't
just the nonsense.
Hey, when I saw you sweeping that, I saw you do a 1-2 pattern. It's supposed to be a 3-2-1 pattern. Have you ever swept before? He doesn't get mad about what I call stupid shit.
Yeah.
Because he knows whenever he's going to take you to the field, he's going to train you, and you better bring your game face.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he was one of the best leaders I ever had. Him and Sergeant Rugg.
Ruggiero.
Yep.
My back is killing me, dude. I got to stand up for a minute.
Sergeant.
I'm going to go stand up and walk around. I pulled my back as a 34-year-old man 2 days ago, and let me tell you guys, it's not fun.
You're getting old.
And also not working out. That's probably the biggest thing. You got to stay in shape, dude.
You gotta get them biceps, man. I mean,
which ones? What should they look like?
Show them. Give them the ticket to the gun show, Bobby.
This one, because we got two of them, or that one. We can go over there if you want to. I mean, I'm not sure if you can see through this black. It's pretty slimming.
Dang.
Black is slimming, So,
man, you're catching mad gains, Bobby.
Hey, you know what? I'm taller than you and always will be, and so I'll always have that on you.
You will, dude. It's all right, man. I'm rocking the dad bod.
What?
Like hardcore, man. That's
okay. Well, I'm gonna put you on full screen and give us. So
I can just talk to the people.
And also whenever I come back, if we're just talking like we're talking normally, and if you want to leave at some point, make sure to give the people a 5 or 10 minute warning. But I'll be back in 5 minutes, and just don't leave during that time. Cool.
So what am I supposed to talk about? I don't know what to do with my hands.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So since I guess I have to do everything here, host it, produce it, stream it, tag it, I'll help you talk. Okay, talent.
I'm just the talent. Well, get your Big Tease merch while you can. You know.
You know what? I'm just going to leave you here.
Look, we're selling. You're
gonna kill it.
Blender cups.
Get them now while you can, folks. 2 for 1.
Get them now while you can.
You got stimulus money? We got the goods.
Look, there you go. That's the Big Tease merch. I mean, it don't get no better than that. You know what I mean? Look, I won an award. It pretty much says I'm the greatest. It's Beyond the Stop award. Beyond the Stop. And that's because I'm great. I don't know how else to describe it. When I was younger, they would chant my name. I would walk in the halls and they would go, Hugo, Hugo. And I'd be like this. And they would all just go, man. And I'm telling you, and the women, I had to beat them off with a stick. Get away from me. I'm protecting my virginity. And I had to get them away. A lot of people don't realize that about me. I'm kind of a big deal, you know. Before I was this small town cop, I was the Big Tease. You know what I mean? Anybody have any questions for me? What can I answer? I'm gonna get on this Facebook Live and see what's going on. Jordan Allen's watching. Welcome, Jordan Allen. That was my bro. That was my End of Watch buddy. Like the movie End of Watch. That was us. But he betrayed me. He went to another department, said he was too good for me. And the magic was lost. Before then, man, me and Jordan Allen. Let me tell you a story about Jordan Allen while Bobby's gone. It's a police story. We got a call. It was 911, hang up, the alarm call or something like that. This old white house. Jordan gets the call. He responds. He requests backup. He's shaking. He was like, I'm gonna need backup over here. I get on scene. Jordan's white, completely white. I was like, what's going on, man? He said, man, you gotta tell me something. He's like, I think I seen a ghost. He said he think he's seen a ghost. We go around. We knock on the door. There's no one there. But there's a rocking chair that was rocking. He's like, Hugo, I swear to God, there was a woman with white hair in a white gown in that rocking chair rocking. And I knocked, and she didn't turn around at all. She didn't turn around. She didn't notice me. Jordan was scared half to death. So I'm like, oh, man. Because, you know. So I knock on the door. And finally, a woman comes to the door. And she's like, hello. It's like, oh, man, we got a call here. It was false alarm. You know, it was an alarm call. She's like, oh, no, everything's fine. Just curiosity, guys. She was like, we asked her, we're like, is there any other person here? And she said, oh, you know, just me and my sister. And like, your sister? And he's like, yeah, she's deaf. The woman was deaf and didn't hear Jordan knocking on the door. Jordan thought he saw a ghost. Am I lying, Jordan? Tell me if I'm lying. But that's a good Jordan Allen story. He's a solid dude. Trying to think of any other stories about me. I mean, I'm great. This is what I do. Let's see who's watching right now. See if anybody's got stories for me or wants me to tell anything. Jordan said he was freaked out. I was too, because I believe Jordan. Jordan, he knows about this supernatural stuff. And Jordan will tell you a funny story about me. I was sitting when I first, I'll tell you, this is embarrassing about me. Since I told a funny story about Jordan, I'll embarrass myself. Me and Jordan, when I switched departments and I switched to the department me and Jordan worked at together. And I was sitting with him. I was FTOing with him. I was nervous because I'm a new guy again. And me and Jordan went to the academy together. And man, I got IBS. It's a health condition. You know what I mean? And my stomach was hurting. I was like, man, I'm having to ride with this dude. He was FTOing me. And man, I remember I farted in the car with him. And It was silent but deadly. And Jordan Jordan was Jordan was, oh man, what's that smell? And I was like, I don't know, man. He said, you farted, didn't you? He called me out, man. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. Jordan, you remember that? And now I, sitting here waiting on Bobby. Jordan think that's funny. But Jordan abandoned me. It was not the first time. We did the little singing challenge, and he teamed up with the county. He left me out of it. I felt betrayed. I felt hurt. It was supposed to be, my end of watch buddy, and he said, "No, screw you." So that's Jordan. That's Jordan for you. I mean, I don't know. I mean, right now, this isn't even the Blue Falcon podcast. This is the Big Tease podcast. That's the real podcast. That's what people really want to see. Holly, were y'all in my husband Mike Ross platoon? I don't know. Let me see. What about that time you did Mission Impossible climbing through the ceiling? So Mike Roth, the name Mike Roth sounds familiar. You got any more details about Mike and what platoon he was, or where y'all were stationed? Jordan, while you're typing that question, Jordan brought up a funny story. Jordan, I don't even know if I can talk about it, but I left the to get to our bathroom at the police department. You have to have a key, and I locked the key in there. And I was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna get in trouble." I locked the key in there. I couldn't get in there, but I knew there was a way out. But I had to go through the ceiling to get the key. And make a quick, long story short, me and Jordan Mission Impossible that, and we came through the ceiling a little bit. Nothing was damaged. No one knew anything until now, because Jordan asked me that on live. But Bobby, where are you at? You're messaging on here, and you're not even over here. But who's got more questions for the Big Tease? I'm here to please the people. That's what I'm here for. Who's got questions? Don't be afraid. I'm an encyclopedia of knowledge. That's what they tell me. Tell another story about me. Get the viewers more comfortable with the Big Tease. Let's see. What's interesting about me besides being great? Since no one's asking any questions. When I was younger, I raced this boy named Juwan Brooks, and I beat him in a race. He was the running back on our team, and he didn't think that I could beat him, but I did beat him because he was slow, and he's been challenging me ever since. I raced him and I beat him, and he hasn't gotten over it yet. And I don't know what to tell the guy, because, it was 12 years ago, man. I beat you. You're going to have to move on. I was faster than you. I'm still faster than you. And if you come to the Greenleaf games, you're going to know that I'm faster than you, and I'm always going to be faster than you. He's washed up now. Juwan's washed up. He can't hang. He can't hang with me. When I was really little, the one kid that beat me was a guy named Austin Ald. Jump rope for Hart. It was down to me and him in the end, and he beat me. But I've requested a rematch, and I think he knows I've gotten better now. And he won't. He's running scared. Want a Bobby story? Let's tell Bobby story. What's a good Bobby story besides him leaving me at the bar that one time? I'll tell you something. We had a really tight knit basic training group. People thought we were crazy, but after we graduated basic training, we all got a room. We all try to get a hotel room in the same room area, and I'm pretty sure Bobby came out. I'm pretty sure Bobby came out to that, but we all come out and we talked to the hotel room. We started getting complaints for the noise. The hotel room was super cool. They understood this was just our graduation, and we rolled out. They put out. They didn't want to disturb the other guests, so they let us come to their main lobby. And they set out some tables for us to play beer pong. Instead of causing a disturbance to the other guests, we just played beer pong and had a huge party in the hotel lobby. And that was super cool. I can't even remember what hotel that was, but we all got together. We all graduated basic training. We got highly intoxicated. We then decided to roam Columbus, Georgia. And we went out there and we went to a bar, and Tyson Harvey and Tate, and I know Bobby was there because Bobby was always a part of everything. But all those guys, we all went out together as a platoon, and the guys that stayed over did. And because we knew this was probably the last time we'd all see each other. And we all just had a blast. It'd been a while since all of us had drinking. We probably shouldn't do that. Just for future reference, don't do that. But because I'm a cop now, so I have to tell you that. But, we luckily, Bobby, and the long story short, I had to go to the bathroom, and I ended up falling asleep on the bathroom and on the toilet. IBS, man. And Bobby and all of them left me. Second time Bobby's left me. I got lucky because a sergeant at Fort Benning, he helped me out and gave me a ride home. And but yeah, Bobby, Tate, and Harvey, those three, I remember specifically left me at that bar. And it's a pretty funny story. But yeah, know your limit. Who's got any more questions? I can't think of another Bobby story. Did you ever hear Bobby play first? No, I don't think I ever heard Bobby play. I know he played some music, but I think the musician in whenever we all hung out was usually Watkins. He would play his guitar, and we would all, act a fool. But no, I never heard Bobby. I don't think I heard Bobby. No, I don't think I ever heard Bobby. But I was trying to think of other stories with Bobby. I used to always bother Bobby when he was with the whatever girl he was with at the time. I used to always bother him and get on his nerves about stuff like that. You know, I was a true wingman for Bobby. I mean, as best I could be, but I was probably crappy wingman now I think about it, because I was always interrupting him. So, who's got more questions for the Big Tease? I don't know where Bobby is. I'm waiting. People running scared. Don't let me intimidate you. I'm just a regular guy. Living the dream. So don't let the Big Tease intimidate you. What's the green tea leaf? Bobby asked this question. He says, "What's the green tea leaf party?" It's the Greenleaf Games. So what the Greenleaf Games are this. A long time ago, I think I already talked about this, but I'll talk about it again. A long time ago, I used to live in this apartment called Greenleaf. Me and a bunch of my roommates stayed there together, and it was, what young guys do. It was a party house. We had a good time. But whenever you came to our apartment, we always played some kind of game, whether it be a board game or a drinking game. And that's just what we were always known for, really. So I started this event called the Greenleaf Games in honor of that apartment in that time, and to make reconnections with people they haven't seen in a while. If I'm sure there's a ton of people from my friend list that have a memory at my old apartment, and we always had a really good time. We the Greenleaf Games are, we're just going to do like a little small beer pong tournament, flip cup. We're going to do some volleyball and some cornhole. So it's not all drinking. I'm too old to be getting too wild now, but. That's the mission of the Greenleaf Games. I'm trying to reconnect with some friends that I haven't seen in a while. Want to see what everyone's doing. Just do a catch up. Trying to start a tradition with my friends. And it's going to be this summer, June 26th. We're gonna get people together, and because I have different groups of friends. I'll go through the names right now. We have I call my borough boys. It's people I used to hang out a lot with in Murfreesboro. Those guys had some really great memories with all those guys. We have the G Club. That's a long story I won't even go to because it's really embarrassing how that started. If you're a part of the G Club, you know who you are. It's pretty much my party crew. G Club, we have my nerdy friends, the Avengers. Pretty much, we all get together. That group and my Cracker Barrel group are kind of tied together. We'd all get together. Everyone has a superhero or villain nickname from Marvel, and we would just play. That's what the group that started the Greenleaf Games, really. But we had a lot of fun doing that. I'm trying to think, and then there's my army buddies. Say more like brothers. I love those guys. And that was like a whole nother level. If whatever anybody experienced at Greenleaf apartment, that crappy old apartment, you have no idea what the army guys were like. It was just super intense and on another level. One of the best brotherhoods I ever had. we had a lot of a really good time. I see David Patterson. That's a name I haven't seen in a while. It's like I said, Bobby's asking a bunch of questions. Bobby said, "Where's it at? When?" It's going to be at my mother-in-law's place in Westmoreland, and I guess he's hollering at Daryl at Brownfield. Yeah, definitely had a real good time. We're going to try to have some fun, try to eat some food, and just have a lot of fun. That's what the Big Tease is all about. You know? There you are, Bobby. Look, I'm tired of doing your job, Bobby. Oh, you don't have no volume on you, buddy. I can't hear you. Did my things die? Oh man, did my things die?
No, I'm just cussing at you. You're good.
Oh.
All right. Well,
where were you, Bobby?
So I wanted to see if you could actually carry on this show and not only be a guest, but I wanted to see if you would bring the Big Tease to the podcast. And you know, it's pretty slim pickings around here. You got to shoot expert to get in this club. And I would say from a podcast point of view, you definitely killed it for the first time. And I do want to ask you, how difficult is it to carry on a conversation with no one's commenting or anything? How stressful is that? Or how stressful?
It's very difficult. It's
right?
Very difficult.
It's the worst.
I don't know how you do it, Bob.
Well, I shot expert. So I also have a video that we're going to go ahead and play here for the people. And probably the funniest thing I've seen this year of someone that I knew. And I got to ask you, the being challenged thing isn't new to you. Like, it seems like you get challenged quite a bit.
Right? I do, and I overcome and defeat them.
Where do you reach for your motivation for that? How do you know you're going to win at whatever you do?
It's something you're born with, Bob. I can't explain it to some people. If you don't have it, you don't have it.
To these peasants,
I fortunately have it. You know, and I believed them, and the proof is in the pudding. You know what I mean?
Okay. Oh, okay. So this next video is sponsored by the Big Tease, Teasley. This is a special one. You take challenges from anybody.
Is it me doing something great?
It is. It is. You know, whether it's somebody who's male, female, fast, slow, big, tall, he'll take the challenge. So let's go and roll that tape real fast.
Right.
Well,
show me what you got, Bob.
Show you what I'm working with? Okay. Well, I'm trapped in a glass cage.
I'm a fast shooter, Bob. I shoot from the hip.
You know, this is set up perfectly.
Bang, bang.
It's transcoding. I'm not sure what transcoding is, but I think it's pretty important. It's at 32%. It's like a AOL dial-up. We're almost halfway there. It's at the part right now.
What kind of hard-hitting journalism do you have for me, Bobby?
Actually, I do have some pretty good journalism skills. Better than Tucker Carlson or who's on CNN? What's one of the CNN people?
Don Lemon.
Don Lemon. Yeah, they're awful.
Is that how you pronounce it, really?
It is, if you want to sound retarded and have people, talk crap on you, not knowing how to pronounce your name. Also, here's a marketing tip on social media. The more you mess up on tape, and the more people make fun of you and make comments, the more it boosts your logarithm to get views by other people. So your haters are sometimes your best friends. And this right here was a hater episode.
12 years ago, the Big Tease went on stage and out-cheered cheerleaders. I did it. I beat them at their own game. They couldn't handle it. I did the toe touch. They know who they are. I beat them. And I still got it. I've been challenged. Me, the Big Tease, have been challenged. Saying that I still can't do a toe touch. 12 years later, I tell you I can. The Big Tease.
And at this point, I don't know what's going on.
Remember, crime doesn't sleep.
I also know you need to change your batteries on your smoke alarm.
Bet to find out. I don't notice it anymore.
Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. He can't do a toe touch. No.
Look at the form. Look at the form.
That was good.
And your wife said, "That was good." Oh my gosh! If people aren't talking after that, I don't know what will. That was the first try?
Nah, mine.
All right. Well,
Patterson loved it.
So that's something that I want to incorporate on this podcast. So slowly but surely, over the past 3 years, I've tried to add on, something fun. And you know what? I got to tell you, Hugo, you came in at just the right spot, because now we got all this live streaming going on. We can actually play videos from other, Big Tease moments.
You got to give the people what they want.
Well, I want somebody to challenge you, is what I want. And so we'll have to make a video.
I'm ready. Listen. There's people out there that don't want the smoke.
Oh wow, you've been hanging around the kids.
He's watching. I have. Look, when you're a police officer, you gotta stay hip. You gotta stay with the lingo if you want to relate to the community. So. I talk to people and I know the lingo. The whole she.
Please explain that for people so they don't think we're doing heroin over here.
It's something about like ice in your veins or something. I don't know.
Ice.
I really don't know. I just saw like a couple
heroin.
I saw a couple kids do it. That's what they really mean, huh? That's what they look. These kids don't know.
I guarantee you, this is how that happened. This is the social structure of that coming to fruition. Some dude was
tell me, Bob.
Just doing heroin, a little bit of age, right? And he was probably like the cool guy, and not in college, but should have been hanging out with a bunch of high schoolers. And one of his other adult buddies, who should not have been there, pointed to him, right, and said, right? And he was like, yeah, definitely. And one of the high school kids says, what's that mean? And he was high on heroin, and so he meant, that means you're cool. I got ice in my veins.
That means you're cool. Ice in my veins.
And so this high schooler goes to school the next day, and everyone's like, sheesh.
Sheesh.
Plausible theory.
Look, man, you gotta stay with the times, man. You gotta stay with the times. You gotta stay relevant.
It's hard to do. All right.
I know, man.
I'm not sure what else we can do here. Do you want to sign us off?
Yeah. Listen, I'm the Big Tease. I'm the best there ever was. I'm glad that I could help Bobby out.
Oh man, I couldn't do this without
you. To grace him with my presence. Let him know that this was the best podcast he's ever done, because
we have records to break.
I mean,
okay,
we have records to break. Like I said,
on that note, actually,
get
yesterday
you some Big Tease merch.
It'll be available at the Blue Falcon Podcast store soon. The podcast has hit all new highs this past month. This past Tuesday was the number one downloads ever for Spotify and Apple, and we also hit a record of live stream views on YouTube this week. And to end it on Saturday with you, I mean, you got to, this is a hard challenge for you to break, bro. I don't know if you're going to be able to do it. I think 180
this is going to be
downloads.
Your most viewed.
180 downloads from Apple and Spotify is the most I've had in 1 week. Now, across all the other platforms,
I'm just telling you, this is going to be your most viewed.
Sheesh.
You're going to have, listen, sheesh. That's what the kids are going to be saying.
All right. Well, on that note, I will ask everyone if you enjoyed this and if you would want to help contribute to this insanity of having people on like Hugo to make fun of me and just lower my self-esteem because I need all these other people on this podcast. It would be awesome if y'all could like it, share it, comment, shove it up your. I don't care. Just do something with the podcast and give us some more downloads. And next time anyone wants to send in videos or share stories or want to be on the podcast, you can email me at bobby@thebluefalconpodcast.com, and we'll even take Q&A. Maybe we'll do a Q&A round each week. Love you, brother. Thank you so much for being on the podcast.
I love you, Bobby.
They didn't hear you. Say it one more time.
I love you, Bobby.
Well,
I'll sign autographs later.
love you too.